This finna be a big one. This might be a little controversial. Let me watch how I'm wording this. So I don't know if y'all know, but what state was it? I want to say it was New York, maybe. I guess a lot of women have been coming out making these claims against prominent people in the industry. I mean, all the way from the mayor to Diddy to Jamie Foxx to who else was on that list?
Shit, it was a couple people.
A dude from Sports Center.
Marcellus, Wiley. It was a whole list of people. I'm gonna get the exact list, but
Jamie
basically,
Foxx,
Jamie, yeah, they came out saying that these men sexually assaulted them allegedly 30-some years ago. And then I wound up seeing articles saying that I guess they had some clause in New York that was finna end towards the end of the month. So if you had any claims from whatever timestamp it was, you had to come forward. Now all of a
statute of
sudden,
limitations then?
no, man, it was, I gotta look it up. It was some type of clause or some type of, I don't know if it was the law they had, but it's about to change. They came out by the woodworks. Like, I mean, the floodgates opened once the Diddy and Cassie shit happened.
Yeah.
And all the women basically seen, oh shit, she got paid. It seemed like they all trying to get paid. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm not victim blaming, I'm not victim shaming. If you've been sexually assaulted, whoever did that assault, they need to get charged by the fuck getting charged. Niggas need to get put in the ground. That's how I feel about rapists. You need to be put in the ground. But hey, do your due diligence. Go through the court system, however you got to do it. I don't have no respect for no rapists. But on the same token, ain't no way you finna tell me you been holding this in for 30 years. 30 years? That's a little crazy to me.
Trying to get that bag.
Yeah. Come on, like, how y'all feel about that? To come and say, yeah, he touched me 30 years ago is crazy. There got to be some type of statute of limitations to that. Like, that's crazy to me.
30 years is crazy. It's insane, actually, to act like someone's affecting you that long and then barely coming out and saying something. And I don't believe too much in coincidences that all this shit, like you just said, is coming out at the same time. So it's like, it's something bigger going on behind the scenes that we maybe don't know. You know what I mean? And this is the best way they get people is in the media, destroying these niggas' characters, and then come to find out a lot of these dudes didn't even be doing half the shit that they said. I don't put nothing past nobody, but like you said, 30 years now, all of a sudden, what made you wait that long?
Yeah, I think that's a fact. I think, and like you said, and I'll reiterate that, if anybody has been sexually assaulted, sexually abused, the person who committed that crime needs to go on the ground, right? That's a obvious, thing. But I think right now it's a witch hunt on prominent men. We're at a point right now where people can just say anything. And again, there's no evidence to substantiate any of these claims because it was 30 years ago or however long ago. No text messages, no DNA, no nothing. So we going off of he said, she said. And y'all are prosecuting people off of he said, she said. You know what I mean? And it's actually fucking it up for people who are actually getting sexually assaulted. So you have these, celebrity figures that are getting prosecuted for this. But what about the everyday average woman? Now you have the court system maybe looking at her like, oh, this is a lot. Because we've had too many of these iffy type cases come through. You get what I'm saying? So now it's almost getting rid of the credibility for the everyday person. We're in a society where you say anything about women right now. You're misogynistic. You hate women. And the list goes on and on and on. So I think just to even us saying this right now, we're going to catch some flack, right? Because you can't stand up for men right now and bring up the fact that this could be a lie. Like you said, 30 years later, and then you're trying to you settle it in civil court. Because that's what these are. These are going to be settled in a civil court. No criminal charges. So I'm not going to jail for this, but my reputation is going to be destroyed forever. And now I got to pay somebody $2.5 million. So at the end of the day, how long do you expect men to go along with this shit and not speak out against it?
On top of that, though, it's like with these women that's settling for the money, if y'all really felt some type of way about this, some person doing something to y'all really wanted some justice, like y'all quote unquote with jail, y'all would still go through the process without just accepting the money and closing it out. So I still think that's a bigger point. Well, the money gonna justify me getting raped or whatever, so I'm cool. Like, yeah, thank you. And then they move on with their shit. So
Raped. I don't think we can even say the R word on YouTube no more.
Hey, just so you know, it's
Yeah.
the Adult Survivors Act.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's what it was.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
And
forgive me for
it's
that.
a
The
1 year
Adult
window.
Survivors Act.
Hey,
1 year
read that
window.
out. What's that?
It's Adult Survivor. Here, I'll put it on the screen here.
Yeah, put that on the screen.
This one.
There it is.
Sorry. There we go. Adult Survivors Act. So it's a 1 year window for adults to file lawsuits against alleged abusers, regardless of the statute of limitations, and it's about to expire.
Yeah, it's about to
Thursday.
expire.
Mhm.
So now you got women coming out the woodwork seeing, oh, damn, Cassie just got the bag.
Yep.
Let me go try to get the bag. And it's 30 years is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I mean, you could call me misogynistic. You can call me whatever you want. There's no way if you felt violated, it'd take for 30 years. And coincidentally, when this is finna run out, like he said, you run a civil court, you ain't even trying to get no justice. You're trying to get a payday. Not only that, this is what really needs to change, because this is what's gonna separate the ones that's just crying wolf to the ones that this is really happening to. When these women put these charges on men, the ones that's lying, they need to start going to jail.
It's a fact.
I don't wish jail on nobody, but they actually start going to jail, or they need to start, however much you suing this person for, okay, that need to be flipped on you. Now you owe this person that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no ramifications to making false claims. I could just say whatever, say he did whatever. Now he's smutted out for life, because whether I'm innocent or not, that is going to be stuck to my name forever. Not only that, going through a lot of these court proceedings, sometimes just to clear your name will cost more than what they're trying to sue you for. So a lot of these guys will be like, you know what, just to get my name out the media and get this over with, I'm going to just pay her.
Yeah,
We're just going to
just
settle out
settle.
of court, because it's easier that way. A lot of your attorneys will tell you that. So I'm losing all the way around the board.
Yeah.
Women, it's no risk for them. It's all reward. Like, okay, you're innocent. Oh, cool. She go back to her life. You go back to your life. But now you smut it out. Because some people going to still say, nah, he did that shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. What she got to lie for? You know how the sisterhood is. If you're a woman, you say anything about a man, it's true.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. The accuser was always louder than the acquittal. So what you get accused for is always going to stick more than if you got acquitted for it. So somebody comes out and says you're, guilty of X, Y, and Z, but then it gets proven in court that you aren't. That's not going to be heard. That's not going to be as loud as what you were accused for. So like I said, that's going to stick with you forever. And again, there's no ramifications for women doing these things. You've had football players, basketball players that have been, wrongfully charged for things, and then they've been innocent. But at that point, do they get back in the league? No. And they might even maybe have a chance, but the mental strain that puts on somebody, the paranoia, et cetera, it ruins them. You had even the other girl, what's her name? Travis Rudolph's girlfriend. She had niggas shooting at each other. And her defense was, well, I say a lot of things. I'm just emotional. And she didn't get no time, no slack, no nothing. Nobody cared. It's just, okay, she's a woman. She was emotional. She lied. Move on. But you it's your fault, the reason why people's lives were taken. The same thing with shit like this. It's women's fault that are lying. I want to make sure I say that. If they're lying, that these men are going to face, ridicule from the public, which damn near is worse than anything right now, because that is the court of law at this point. So it's like, you fucked.
Nah, that's a super fact. So I want to start. I don't know how we can get this going, but there needs to be some type of legislation put in there. Like, hey, we're gonna take these claims serious, but if it come back that you was lying and just trying to get a quick jackpot, the ramifications for that's going to be severe. Because women need to understand you can't keep doing this. How many NFL careers we seen ruined? How many music careers we seen ruined? How many NBA careers we seen ruined? Because women lied on this star athlete because he broke up with her and she thought she hit the jackpot. So now to get back at him, oh, he touched me. Now he go to prison 5 years, get out, come find out he didn't do it. Career over, life over.
No, that's a
Done.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? All over a lie. And she just get to live her life? Come on, man. We got to put an end to that.
Niggas got to be careful of these women that they choosing to deal with also. Not saying y'all putting yourself in that situation. Just be careful how you handling them females, because we know they get tricky.
And not only that, the same way women want us to, not turn the other cheek when we see our homeboy, doing something that's out of line. Y'all need to do the same thing. Call these women out as a woman, because that's also going to spark a change. We need women to bring these women to the forefront and say, hey, we don't rock with these. We don't rock with these females. That's what we need. So the same way y'all want us to call out and ridicule, the men in our community that is doing wrong and wreaking havoc on women, We need the women to do the same thing to the women that are wreaking havoc on men.
Nah, that's no cap. That's no cap.